Hey YouTube, how you doing? Just gonna take a little bit of time out to talk about relationships or stuff like that. All right. What is a relationship really? Relationship, it's a give and take kind of thing that you do. You know, you give up something to spend time with that person, or you put something on the side to give that to give to that person, to give them that time or whatever it may be. Now, a lot of us don't know how to do that or appreciate that or understand that. So, and when I say this, I mean females don't know how to appreciate that or understand that or take that for any value. How about that? Um, Me, for instance, I like going to the gym. I like hanging out with my boys or whatever, but not even too much of that. Just just a little bit of time for yourself every once in a while. Doing these little YouTube videos and stuff like that every once in a while. But I fell back on that. I fell back on a lot of that because I got into a relationship, and when you do that, you kind of fall back on a lot of things. Um, One of the things being the gym, because I have a son and I have work, so I have to find time now. But for my son, work, and the relationship, when before it just used to be son, work, whatever the fuck I want to do. Now it's son, work, relationship time. And that's the sucky part when you give, but you don't get back what you give. That's the worst part of it all. So my advice to all of that is do what you want, make you happy first, and then after everything's said and done, then you can make another person happy, you know? Once they find, once you find what they looking for, that's a good thing. What I mean by that, okay. So we all think we know what we want, right? But if we take the steps in the life that we want, then we can find that person that's taking the same type of steps with us. So they'll like and want the same things that we want and like. You know, if you go with a complete opposite, not saying opposites don't attract, because they do attract. I don't know how good they stay together, but they do attract. But if you go with somebody that's completely opposite of you, they're gonna bring you beside yourself. You know, if you like to work out and they're not a person to work out, then you might cut back on the working out. If you like to eat healthy and they like to eat fast food, you might be mixed up in that. You know, you might start eating fast food. Of course, fast food is tasty. Somebody put that in your face. Even if you're reluctant for the first few times, eventually you're going to give in and you're going to be like, and you're going to like eating that. You'll probably like eating that more than the healthy food. So that'll mess you up on that end. It's just a lot of things that go into being in a relationship. So my advice when it comes to like relationships and stuff like that is to take account of what you want, do what you want to do, and live the life that you want to live, you know? If you have kids, always they come first. They're always priority. Whatever you do in life affects them. So always remember that. Never forget that. Kids are always your priority. If you have kids, if you're single, have fun out there, man. If you're single, do what you want to do. Don't do it wrong. Do it right. Don't be with somebody and go fuck around on them. You understand? So, but if you do want to fuck around, you single, go do what you want. As long as you honest to everybody, it's cool. You know. I had girls that was in a relationship with the dudes, and they want to like mess around and stuff, and that sounds fun, but you know the drama you could bring yourself and mess around with a chick that's with a dude. So like things like that is not the right way to go. There's a lot of single people out there that just like to have fun. You can find people like that easy. You go to the bar, you go to the club, online, wherever. You can find people like that on the real. Um, just my advice, just do you. At the end of the day, do you. Don't let anybody or anything consume you. You understand? Do what makes you happy. Do what's gonna, better you in the future and you for right now. Don't do things on account of other people. Don't do things of what you think that somebody else might like. Or my mother wants me to do this, or my father wants me to be this, or my wife wants me to do this, my husband wants me to do that, my boyfriend's going this way, so I'm gonna go with. No, do what you want to do. Do what's good for you. At the end of the day, like I said, if you have kids, you always have to take account of your kids and think about them first before you make any type of decision. But at the end of the day, your decision is yours. Always make the right one as much as you can, because nobody's perfect, so we're always going to have flaws. The thing about making mistakes is about learning from the mistakes and growing from those mistakes, not making the same mistakes. And even if you do similar, don't do it completely, because if you do it completely, then you didn't learn nothing. Even if you do just half of that mistake next time, at least you learn half of that not to do, And then the following time, maybe you don't do that again, because now you have that knowledge completely in your head, so you won't keep making those same stupid mistakes. Besides that, just do you. Don't look for a chick that with your means, McDonald's, You know, and Netflix, don't look for a chick that likes to go out every weekend and eat Red Lobsters and go to nice places and stuff like that. I know I mentioned Red Lobster, but I'm just saying, you know, to go like nice places and stuff like that. Live within your means. Find a chick that's either okay to do the half and half with you, or okay to stay in with you, or you know, whatever. Don't be looking, don't be stunting when you're not. You know, don't make yourself out to be something you're not. Always be you. Always be true to you. Because if you lie to yourself, you lie to anybody else. You know, and at the end of the day, we are reflections of ourselves. When you look in the mirror, you're looking at yourself. You know, you don't have to lie to nobody. You're lying to yourself at the end of the day. You don't need to lie to yourself. We need to be real with ourselves. At least with ourselves. And other people don't be real with us. The only one that's going to be real with you is yourself. So always remember that. You know, try to do positive things. Try to be positive. Try to stay positive. Don't do things for other people. You know, don't worry about how it's going to affect their feelings if you don't have that unity together. You know, don't worry about them if they don't worry about you, is what I'm trying to say. If they always take you to account, always take them to account, because it's only right. You know, one hand washes the other. You know, but if only one is rubbing on the soap, this one can't do nothing. You understand what I'm saying? So always, one hand washes the other. They look out for you, you look out for them. You know, and that's the way it should be. But unfortunately, it's not always like that. So, you know, always do what's good for you. You know, never forget that. And, you know, always take caution when you're getting into something. Really know a person before you can say, I love you and all that stuff, you know. I know girls are quick to jump on the gun and tell a dude that they love him, but they don't know nothing about them. You can't tell me in 3 months you fell in love with somebody. No, you got infatuated with them. You fell in love with the thought of them, but you don't know that person. How can you truly love that person if you don't know that person? Somebody you love, you know, like if I love you, I'll do damn near anything for you or everything for you, you know. So for you to say that, you know, you got to truly mean that, and for you to truly mean that, you have to truly know a person and know what they about, and you know, to say that you know, that you're going to do this for them and they won't do not even half of that for you. You know, you have to think about that, you know. So always look out for you first. You know, not to sound selfish, but always look out for you first. You can't always give in to what everybody else want. You know, even your friends, the peer pressure and stuff like that. Listen, for you young people, your friends ain't going to be in your life forever. You might have a couple of them that'll be in your life because you'll run through good people in your life, and you know, y'all might stay united. But all your friends ain't going to be in your life, especially the ones that's running around doing dumb shit. You think they're going to be here? They're going to be in jail. They're going to be doing dumb shit like they do. So, you know, your parents is your guide, you know, and they don't always say the right things, but, you know, they try to push you in the right direction more so than your friends will, you know. And that's about it. I know I started talking about relationships, and then I went into like just you know, a single person, but you know, that affects us a lot. Relationships affect us a lot, and not just with another girl or another guy, or you know, with your friends, with your kids, everything. Every relationship affects you, you know, and you need to be true to yourself. Even an employer, you know, don't give in everything to what your boss say just because he's your boss and he paid you, you know. Sometimes you need to, you know, the right way. You know the right things. You need to be you, you know. Need to be you, you know. Don't bend every which way for everybody, because everybody ain't gonna bend every which way for you, you know. So always remember that. Always take that into account. Take you for account, okay? Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Just, you know, just do you. Worry about you mostly, you know. Not to sound like that, but at the end of the day, God say first he, then you, then everybody else, you know. Like in my life, it's God, myself, my son, my mother, and that's about, you know, that's the basic of it, you know. So take heed to, you know, what people tell you, but always take account for what you feel, you know. Don't always follow your mind. Don't always follow your heart. Your gut always tell you the right thing, though. All right, so, you know, with that said, I just wanted to speak about that a little bit. Don't know what to call this video. I guess I call this video, Do You. All right, so do you until next time. Peace out, be safe, take care.